Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm just back out today over at Hadley Castle, overlooking the Thames estuary here, for a sunrise shoot. It's absolutely amazing this morning. The colours of the pre-dawn sunrise is creating some fantastic sort of yellows, pinks and some oranges as well. So just looking to capture some of those images today. I've come to this location once before, which you can see the link for the video now, and I forgot my tripod at that time. However, today I made sure that I packed the car and obviously had my tripod handy as well for today's shoot. So hopefully working out to be a really good morning. So I've just got the camera set up for my first composition here, looking across to the two towers that are left here, and obviously getting each of those on the rule of thirds line approximately, and keeping them in the bottom third of the image as I'm taking the image in a sort of vertical orientation, so obviously I can capture as much of the detail in the sky as well, and obviously then bring out that in post-processing as well. So I'm focusing on the main tower here. As I turn you around, you can actually see that. So focusing on there and then swapping over to the exposure box and taking one exposure for the sky, obviously as it's a sort of quite a vast dynamic range between the brightness in the sky and obviously how dark it is in the foreground. So that's giving me sort of about 0.3 of a second exposure in the sky, and then obviously then re-exposing for the foreground, which is giving me about 1.3 seconds exposure, so a second in between the two images, and then obviously focusing those and then taking that image and then obviously blending it together in post-processing as well, just so I've obviously got that dynamic range just to work with when obviously I get back to the office and obviously process the images. So first image in the bag, working out really well. So I've just recomposed for the next image and literally moved back probably about 2-3 meters maximum, just to make sure that I can get obviously both towers on the rule of thirds line. So I've gone for a sort of portrait, landscape orientation for this one. So obviously then I can capture some more of that sort of oranges that's being brought out in the sky as well. So working out really well for that one. So again, the settings for that one is f8, ISO 100, approximately 18mm, and again obviously trying to get at least 2/3 of the image full up of the sky, so we can obviously bring out those details. And again obviously focusing on the main tower, then switching over to the exposure box and obviously then exposing for the sky, and then taking the second image exposing for the foreground as well. So working out really well. So I've just had a bit of a walk around for the next composition here, and what I've got is the bank here of obviously the hill that we're on, overlooking the Thames estuary, curves around here and leads nicely up to the main tower. And what I'm actually doing is obviously composing that with the tower on the left hand side of the rule of thirds, and obviously then exposing for that, taking the focus on that, and then obviously exposing for the foreground, and then again exposing for the sky as well. So settings for the camera again are f8, ISO 100, and approximately sort of on 18mm as well, just obviously so I can get as wider angle to obviously go forward. I'm not tempted to swap over to my wide angle lens, just because I want to sort of keep, I don't want to go any wider than 18mm really. I don't want to sort of make the image that you get obviously in a wide angle lens, you need that compression, sorry, you need that compression that you get with obviously a bit more of a zoom lens, so obviously you can get that detail, a bit more of a concept between obviously the foreground and obviously the background as well. So working out really quite well. So it's fast approaching sunrise today, and on the planning that I did for obviously this shoot before I came out, I was looking obviously at the weather, checking several different websites for the weather as well, and then going to my sort of two main websites that I check out. So the Photographer's Ephemeris is one of the websites, so I obviously can make sure that I knew where the sunrise was happening as well, and that was really key in deciding obviously what location I came to and obviously where I wanted to really shoot, and sort of pre-focusing or making my mind focus on what images that I actually want to capture. So I was working out that roughly if I knew that the main tower here was going to line up pretty much sort of plumb line with actually the rising sun as well, and obviously creating that sort of amazing composition between obviously the tower and then obviously then the rising sun as well. So I've got that obviously in mind, and the second one website that I was looking at is the Skippy Sky website as well, to obviously look at the cloud cover. So there's a little bit more cloud cover than I was hoping for. However, hopefully, like on a previous vlog a couple of weeks back now, where I had completely defeated and there was no sort of sunrise at all, the cloud rolled in and sort of snuffed everything out. However, today is looking a little bit better, but that may well be my fatal last word. So yeah, about 10 minutes away from sunrise now. Looks like there's a right little sort of gap right on the horizon as well, so fingers, toes and everything else crossed that actually it works out and pays off today. So I'm sticking with the original composition here that I've got with the curve of the bank of the hill here leading round to the main tower, and I've already got that exposure in the bag for the foreground, and I'm just obviously keeping the exposure box on obviously the rising sun and just taking several different images as obviously the brightness of the sun comes out as it rises up now, and it's creating fantastic light. It's so great to be out at this time of day, really, to see obviously the dawn rise, see here that obviously the wildlife as well. And just to experience it. I think people just need to get out more first thing in the morning. It's so tempting this time of year. It's early November. It's tempting to just sort of wrap yourself up in the duvet and just think, oh, another 5 minutes. But getting out here at this time of day is amazing. Really pays off. Fills you a lot of energy. Maybe by 10 o'clock tonight, possibly won't be, but hey ho. So I've just got another image set up now with the camera in a vertical orientation on its full extension, and focusing on the main tower, and obviously having that golden light that's obviously coming in from behind you, casting that lovely sort of colour onto the tower as well. And obviously having that on the rule of thirds line, and obviously going up into the sky as well. So as you can tell now, it's getting a little bit more busy. It's right near the train line and also on the flight path for the airport as well. So a lot of people are going out on their planes off on holiday. So lucky for them. But unfortunately, the loud noise is not obviously great for vlogging. But hey ho, they're the conditions, the harsh conditions that us vloggers have to put up with. But I think the sunrise is putting it all in perspective. So yeah, really working out well anyway. So it's proved to be a really good morning this morning, making the effort to sort of get up in the morning, come out here, and obviously getting the rewards of that amazing sunrise is absolutely fantastic. So really pleased that I've been able to get out and do that. So hopefully you've enjoyed the images as well. Obviously got quite a few images there, and obviously all the settings for each of the images I always post that in the description below. So just wanted to also say a big thank you to all of the subscribers that I've had recently. It's a real sort of good motivation to actually get back out, get up in the morning when you sort of think, oh no, I really can't be bothered, but getting out, producing the content, and knowing that people are obviously enjoying it as well, and giving the feedback, which is again really sort of helpful as well for the knowing that I'm actually producing the right sort of content for people to actually come out and watch as well. So again, if you've obviously liked the video today, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also make sure you give it a comment as well, as I reply to every comment, and also consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, make sure you click on that bell icon so you get notified each time I post a vlog. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care.